Michael Porter Jr. visits Brooklyn Nets practice facility. A new era begins. Big changes are in store for Michael Porter Jr., and not just on the court. For the first time in his NBA career, Porter Jr. is suiting up for a franchise other than the Denver Nuggets. He's made the move from the Mile High City to Brooklyn, and already he's not shy about comparing his new digs to his old stomping grounds. And this is the part most people miss. Sometimes it's the little things, like the number of practice courts or the view from the window, that signal a real shift in a player's career. Porter Jr. was selected by Denver with the 14th overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft and quickly became a foundational piece for the franchise. Over 7 seasons, he helped lead the Nuggets to their first ever NBA championship, a crowning achievement for both the team and the city. But here's where it gets controversial. The Nuggets front office decided it was time to shake things up. In an effort to stay competitive during Nikola Jokic's prime and manage their salary cap more effectively, they traded Porter Jr. to the Brooklyn Nets. It's a move that sparked debate among fans and analysts alike. Was it the right call to part ways with a key contributor to their title run? Should teams prioritize financial flexibility over proven playoff performers? These are questions worth discussing, so feel free to weigh in below. This week, as Porter Jr. stepped into the Nets practice facility for the very first time, cameras and microphones were there to capture his reaction. Walking off the elevator and onto the court, he couldn't help but notice and comment on the difference in facilities. Porter Jr. pointed out how nice it was to see multiple practice courts, a clear upgrade from Denver's setup, where there's reportedly just one. It's a small detail, but one that speaks volumes about the resources available to players in different markets. For those new to the NBA, practice facilities might seem like a minor footnote. But for athletes who spend countless hours training, these amenities can make a real difference in daily life and performance. The contrast doesn't stop at the courts. Porter Jr. also seemed genuinely impressed by the views from the Nets facility. Something you won't find much of in Denver's Ball Arena, which is tucked away from any skyline vistas. While these creature comforts are certainly a perk, the real test for Porter Jr. will come on the hardwood. The Nets are a team in transition, fresh off 2 consecutive losing seasons. They've just brought in a bumper crop of rookies and made additional moves to stockpile young talent. For Porter Jr., who's used to competing at the highest level, the adjustment to a rebuilding squad could be as challenging as it is exciting. Will he thrive as a veteran leader, or will he miss the immediate championship contention he enjoyed in Denver? This is another question ripe for debate, so don't hold back in the comments. What do you think about the trade? Are the Nuggets making a smart, forward-thinking move, or are they risking their chemistry and competitiveness? And for Porter Jr., do the upgraded facilities and new role in Brooklyn outweigh the stability and success he left behind? Let us know where you stand. Controversy and strong opinions are always welcome here, because that's what makes sports so compelling. PJ takes jabs at Nuggets facilities in Brooklyn arrival vlog. Imagine starting your day in a state-of-the-art facility, only to realize that your previous workplace was stuck in the dark ages. That's precisely the experience Michael Porter Jr. had when he stepped into the Nets practice facility for the first time. But here's where it gets controversial. Porter Jr. didn't hold back, and his comments have sparked a heated debate about the Nuggets' ownership and their facilities. Let's dive into the details and see what all the fuss is about. Michael Porter Jr., fresh off a trade, is still finding his footing with his new team, the Nets. However, he's already made waves with his candid observations about the stark contrasts between the Nets and Nuggets practice facilities. In his Curious Mike vlog, titled First Day in Brooklyn, Mike can't help but express his astonishment at the Nets setup. As he walks through the facility, he casually mentions, "I'm just glad y'all got 2 courts, because over there, we had just the 1 court." He chuckles as he says it, almost as if he can't believe the disparity himself. But this isn't just about having more courts. It's about the overall quality and modernity of the facilities. The Nuggets facilities have long been a subject of criticism, and the Kroenkes, the team's owners, had faced significant backlash for their reluctance to upgrade and modernize. The question on everyone's mind is, was Porter Jr. being snarky, or was he genuinely impressed by the Nets facilities? Either way, his comments shine a spotlight on the glaring differences between the 2 team setups. It's almost as if he hadn't even considered that NBA players could work in such a nice place until he saw it for himself. The Nuggets facilities are a sore spot for many fans and players alike. The fact that Porter Jr.'s first impression of his new team involved marveling at their facilities is a stark reminder of how far behind the Nuggets are. The Kroenkes have been labeled as cheap for years, and while they've invested in competitive teams across various sports, they've always been known to cut corners. This is one of the most glaring examples, as it's no secret that Denver has some of the worst and most outdated facilities in the entire league. There's no excuse for the owners not to invest a little more to bring team into the modern era. But this isn't just about having fancy facilities. It's about creating a competitive advantage. While the salary cap limits what teams can do with their rosters, savvy owners find other ways to gain an edge. This can mean spending big on coaches, scouts, training staff, and other resources. The Nuggets, however, seem to refuse to take these steps. Hiring David Adelman, Ben Tenzer, and John Wallace was a smart move, but it wasn't a splashy, big spending one. The roster has improved, but the team may not even be above the luxury tax. And this is the part most people miss. Nikola Jokic has carried a lot of the franchise's weight since arriving in Denver. The least the Kroenkes could do is repay him by investing in the organization from top to bottom and making it a better place to work. So what do you think? Should the Kroenkes invest more in the Nuggets facilities and overall infrastructure? Or are they doing enough already? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get the conversation started. After all, the future of the Nuggets might just depend on it. Michael Porter Jr. opens up after first Nets workout. Imagine Michael Porter Jr., once a star in Denver, stepping into a new challenge with the Brooklyn Nets. But here's where it gets controversial. After his first workout with the team, Porter commented that he was working harder than ever before. This statement has sparked a lot of debate among basketball fans. Former Denver Nuggets forward Michael Porter Jr. recently joined the Brooklyn Nets in a major trade. The Nuggets, under new leadership from Ben Tenzer and Jonathan Wallace, traded Porter and a 2032 first-round draft pick for Cam Johnson. This move was seen by many as beneficial for Denver, not only because Johnson might be a better fit, but also because it freed up significant cap space to add other players like Bruce Brown, Tim Hardaway Jr., and Jonas Valanciunas. On paper, Denver's future looks promising. With additions like these, the team could become a championship contender by 2026, bolstering the core of Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Christian Braun. However, the Nets face a different reality. Coming off a season with only 26 wins and finishing fourth to last in the Eastern Conference, Brooklyn is clearly rebuilding. Porter will be expected to be one of their top players next year. Despite the challenges, Porter seems eager for the opportunity. His first workout with the Nets was captured on video and shared on his YouTube channel, Curious Mike. In a nearly 15-minute vlog, Porter admitted, "I'm not even gonna lie. They got me working probably as hard as I've ever worked." This comment has raised eyebrows. Porter played alongside one of the best players in the NBA, Nikola Jokic, for 7 years. If he wasn't pushing himself during that time, does that reflect on him or the Nuggets coaching staff? It's a point worth pondering. Denver had multiple opportunities to win titles, especially in the last 3 seasons. They reached the Western Conference Finals in 2023, but lost in Game 7. Porter's performance in the playoffs has been mixed, particularly in 2024 against the Timberwolves and 2025 against the Thunder, though he did struggle with a shoulder injury during the latter series. Some view Porter's comment as criticism directed at Denver. Others see it as a reflection of his competitive nature. Whatever the case, it's clear that Porter is committed to his new role with the Nets. Most Denver fans are still cheering him on, hoping you find success in Brooklyn. While Porter's hard work is commendable, it's important to remember that unless another trade occurs, he won't be part of a team likely to win championships anytime soon. What do you think? Was Porter's comment justified? Or was he simply setting high expectations for himself? Share your thoughts in the comments.